gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Broadcasting from the Mountain Thunder Studios, it's the 80/20 Movie Show with Pat Himes and Gary Smith.
Don't stop, don't lick my ear. You're not allowed to disappear. We like you in the movies.
Oh, it's your 80/20 Movie Show. I'm Pat Himes.
I'm Gary Smith.
Another week, another movie. Gary, 2016's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is distributed and produced by one Marvel/Disney Entertainment. Pat, actually, I think it's called Walt Disney Films still.
Is it?
I think so, something like that.
Or remember when they used to do films under Buena Vista, like the films that were adult and stuff?
Yeah,
I used to like those.
At least we saw TriStar this week. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen a TriStar. TriStar. What did they call that? TriStar /
TriStar Pictures slash something.
property of Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jam-packed show this week, 2016's Doctor Strange. We've got Mike McNutt of NovaCon 2017. It's the first ever Comic-Con convention for the Northern Virginia area, Gary. I'm kind of pumped about this, so I want to get the word out.
Yeah, I'm going to try and not kill his name, but...
Mike McNutt?
Houston Nut, Pat. I love Houston Nut.
We love Houston Nut. We love the movie Greater. Yeah.
We love Planters Peanuts, so we're going to love Mike McNutt.
Here we go. But once again, it's time for our topics of the week. Gary, we'll start with number one, courtesy of the Los Angeles Times. Daniel Craig, after saying he'd rather slit his wrist than play James Bond again, coming back, he's our favorite Bond.
So, I mean, here's what you heard this week, Pat. Beep, 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 beep. That's a Brinks truck being backed up to Daniel Craig's house.
Yeah.
And they're going to unload like $50 million on it.
Well, I mean, let's look what he's done outside of James Bond. Cowboys and Aliens, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. What else has he done?
Golden Compass.
Not much success there. This is what he's known for.
Yeah, and obviously this is going to be popular, making a lot of money. And, he said 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Almost 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I'd rather slit my wrists than do another James Bond.
Right.
It's got to be rough doing it, apparently,
Yeah.
But it's the same director too, right? Mendez, is it?
I believe it is Sam Mendes, yeah.
And
Spectre, not that good.
It was not, but
it still made money.
Let's think about this. So he's done 4, right? He did Casino Royale, which was fantastic. He did Quantum of Solace, which I like, but got pretty much panned.
Love Casino Royale.
Quantum of Solace got panned.
Ironic, we're talking about Bond, and our villain in this week's film is Lashee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skyfall, which people liked for the most part. Mm-hmm. And then the last one, Spectre.
It was, you know what it reminded me of, Gary?
Star Trek.
Let's throw a
Remember the second ones were always better than the first ones?
Let's throw a bunch of action scenes to the screen. People are going to come see this. The thing about these last couple of Bond films that made them great were the plots, Gary. And there was no plot to Spectre, really.
Spectre just... I mean, it had some great parts of it, and we both love Batista. Mm-hmm. We didn't really like the Bond girl that much.
No.
Although we liked Bellucci, right?
Right.
But she didn't
that was Eva Green.
No. That was in the first one.
Oh, Monica Bellucci.
Yeah. Just wasn't as, the first one and the third one were good. The second one and the fourth one left a little bit to be desired. And so hopefully the fifth one will be a knockout.
All right.
And then, Pat, they're going to have to replace him and the director after this. Have you seen the speculation for the next director?
No. Who?
Christopher Nolan.
I would not mind that.
And he said, if I take it over, it's got to be a complete reboot.
It's got to be a reboot.
But Daniel Craig's gone after this one. He's gone after this one, right?
So he's made his money, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the only dumb thing would be is to get divorced and lose that money. And he's married to who?
Rachel Weisz.
Yes. Yeah, so don't get divorced.
But, I mean, if it sets it up for Nolan to reboot it, then they're going to do something different with it.
Yeah.
So the question there is,
who's going to play him? Yeah.
Are we going to be okay with what they do with it?
I think because you trust Christopher Nolan as a movie maker, you'll be okay. You will take a fly on it. You'll take a flyer on it.
What happens if they make Bond the kid from Baby Driver, Pat?
Wouldn't be a fan of that. Bond's got to be a weathered
I'm just saying.
Veteran. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Bond used to have black hair too, remember?
I remember that.
And Craig broke that mold.
It's time for Elders. How do you say it?
Elder
Eldris Elba.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Idris
He's
Elba.
too old. He's too old.
Is he?
He would be pretty
How old
good.
is he? In his 40s?
He's in late 40s.
Craig
I
was
believe.
like late 30s when he took this,
Yeah,
right?
but he's late 40s. I don't think they do that with him. It's got to be somebody
I could see
late
them
20s,
doing a Timothy
early
Dalton.
30s.
Do a Timothy Dalton type Bond, which was always one of my favorite Bonds.
So we'll see.
Pat Himes, Gary Smith. The 80/20 Movie Show. Available on your preferred podcasting platform and now on Indie Rage Radio. Join them Sunday nights at 7 p.m. 6 Central at Indie Rage Radio. Exclusively at IndieRage.com.